Yo, card gamers. Hey, man, I am very excited to talk to y'all today about the hype train for this new game that I found. It's called GATE Ruler Trading Card Game. Oh, man, it's coming to the States. The release date for the first set is set for April 30th. So, what is that? It's a few weeks from now, not long from now, as I'm recording this episode. And so, man, I am getting exponentially more excited about this release. And I'll tell you why, because I don't always get amped up about every single brand new card game that comes out. There's a million new ones that come out, it feels like, every year. But this one I am, and I want to give you guys 5 reasons why I'm on the hype train. And you ought to be on the hype train as well. 5 reasons you ought to care about GATE Ruler. Here we go. All right, so just a short intro for this game. It's a dueling style game. It reminds me a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh crossed with maybe a couple other games. There's a few interesting tweaks. So I'll tell you guys why this game stands out to me. 5 reasons. Reason number 1 is the cards themselves look awesome. They look incredible, as a matter of fact. The backs of the cards have like a shiny, like an embossed look to them. It's kind of hard to describe. You need to look this up and see some pictures of this. It just looks high quality, like a premium card style. And then on the front of the cards is super cool. There's several different factions in the game, and each one is represented by a different art style. And actually the frames of the cards, I think there's like the space people have like a frame that's like pink with blue and yellow stripes. It's like super vivid colors. And then the dragons are like the more Western style. I don't know really what the faction is called, but it has like a golden pattern around the edge of the frame. And then there's one that has like military style cards. And that one has like more of a standard, like a bluish gray frame. And anyway, depending on what faction of card you have in the deck, is like the look of the cards is different. And I just think that is extremely cool. Reason number 2, as I mentioned before, there are some wacky themes in this. You've got the folks that are from outer space. You got the dragons. You got giant robots. There's zombies that I've seen. I guess there's regular old boring human beings. There's the military type creatures. There's tons of different. I've even seen some like Cthulhu and stuff. There's tons of wacky things. So I feel like there's going to be something here for everybody, no matter what your taste is. And that's good. I think that a variety there is a really good thing. Now, as far as the game, number 3 reason I'm on the hype train here. What they're called is rulers, right? Thus the name GATE Ruler. The avatars that represent you as a player, the rulers dictate how you will play the game and how you will build your deck. So, for example, there's one ruler called the apprentice, who you don't actually have a hand of cards and you don't draw cards every turn. You just, every turn, flip over the top 2 cards of your deck and you'll play them automatically. Some cards will have like a special bonus. So like if you play this way and you flip over this card, it'll have this special effect. And you might say, when I first saw that, I was like, wait a minute, that seems very powerful, because why don't you just put all the strongest cards in your deck and then you're going to automatically be summoning broken stuff every turn. Well, here's where the deck building limitations come in, because you have a limited amount of power that you can allocate to a deck that you utilize with that ruler. And there's a little barcode on every one of these rulers that you scan, and it'll tell you the rules that you're playing by. Yeah, my daughter's really excited about this too, as you can hear maybe in the background. So when you scan the card, it will tell you what the limitations are for that type of deck that you're building. That, I think, is super cool. That makes it exciting for deck building. Another one I saw is, I think it's the Knight. Forgive me, because I'm not well versed on the titles. But it plays more traditional. Like you draw a card every turn. You can summon a couple of creatures every turn, and you can spend this amount of energy. Energy is just kind of always in play, depending on who who your ruler is. But anyway, I think the idea of playing different styles of games, building different kinds of decks based on the rulers that you're using is really cool. And this seems better implemented here than I've seen that idea in a lot of other games. So that is something else that I'm really excited about. One other thing, number four, there is, if you look at playmats for this game, and there are some out there for like demo versions and things like that, 7 cards in play at a time, a total of 7 cards. Some of these games, and I think of Yu-Gi-Oh, in Yu-Gi-Oh you can have like 5 creatures, 5 spells or trap cards, a field spell card, nowadays you can have like 2 or 3 fusion monsters or whatever they're called, special summon, I don't remember what they're called. There can be 20 things, and that's for one player. Now, if both players have all of that stuff out there at once, you're looking at like 30 cards out on the table that you have to know and remember what all is going on with every single card. 7 cards in play. So each player has their ruler. You can have up to 3 creatures on the board, 2 attack position, 1 defense position. There's no more than that currently as things stand. And 3 set cards, up to 3 set cards. There are often times in my short amount that I've spent with the demos that you won't even have that many cards out there at a time, and it keeps the gameplay fast and fluid. I just think that is a good limitation that's put in place by the rules of the game. So 7 cards in play, you don't have to worry about memorizing 1,000 effects and what all's happening at once and what's triggering what. I think that is a boon to the game. The number 5 reason why I'm excited about this game, it's maybe sounds pretty arbitrary, but a booster box for the English release is going to have 36 packs with 10 cards per pack. Now, that may sound foolish because, you need to care about what the rarities are and things like this. But if I buy a booster box of any card game, I don't care what it is, I would like to come away with a pretty sizable pile of cards. I'm not as concerned with, yes, of course it matters, like how many are rares, how many are foils, things like that. But I at least want some cards. To compare this to, for example, Card Fight Vanguard, one of the more recent releases booster box has, I think it's 20 packs with 5 cards per pack. So I'm getting 100 cards from that. And now I think that retails for, it's either $80 or $90. A booster box, a gate ruler, retails for somewhere between 100 and 110, so a little bit more. But I'm getting out of that 360 cards compared to, for the other game, 100 cards. I'm going to feel better about that purchase 100% of the time. I know there's other things that come into play of, what is the actual value? What's a rare worth? What's a foil worth? Okay, all of that is finer details that we can get to later. But at least in the end, I'm coming away with a huge pile of cards. I would rather it be that way than like a small amount of cards. I'm not going to buy a booster box then. I'll just buy in singles. If I can buy more singles for less money, then that's what I do. I like a bigger booster box with a lot more cards, and this is one of those. Gate Ruler trading card game. And I want to stress this. I'm not being paid by them. This is not a sponsored content. I just think the game looks really cool, and so I wanted to talk about it. Is scheduled for release on April 30th. If you want more information, here's a few places you can go. The official English site is gateruler-official.com. gateruler-official.com. There's another site where you can get a ton of information on the game. It's called gaterealize.com. I have spent a lot of time on that site, and they have a Discord page which is extremely active. You can pretty much find out anything that you want to find out about the game there. On YouTube, one of the content creators that does a ton of content for this game, the username is Aibo Academy, AIBO Academy. He has a ton of Gate Ruler videos, and his excitement level for the game is pretty obvious when you watch the videos, because he's like constantly cranking out content. So anyway, check into those places, man. I am excited for this game. I can't wait for this to come out. I thought I should share this. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this game, and that's a mistake, man, because it looks very cool. It's made, I didn't mention this earlier, but it's made by, the guy's name is Ikeda. This is the guy, if you don't know, who was the creator, I guess, of Future Card Buddy Fight. Now, I never played Future Card Buddy Fight, but I know a lot of people are fond of it. And all that just to say, it's not a nobody. This is a guy who has experience, and I check out the game for yourself. See what you think. I think it looks incredible, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Gate Ruler trading card game. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a good day.